Have you ever found yourself seething with anger after a conversation, or getting frustrated over the smallest things that other people do? What if I told you that you don't have to feel this way, that you can reach a state of calm and peace no matter what life throws your way? Imagine a life where no one's words, actions, or opinions can upset your inner tranquility. Sounds impossible? Well, not according to Stoicism. In this video, we're going to unlock the secrets to mastering your emotions, using timeless Stoic wisdom so that you can never again be bothered or angered by anyone. Stick with me till the end, and I promise you'll walk away with practical tools to completely transform how you deal with conflict and frustration. Anger. It's one of the most destructive emotions we can feel. It clouds our judgment, causes us to act impulsively, and leaves us feeling drained. But why do we get angry in the first place? Why does the behavior of others bother us so much? Well, as Stoicism teaches us, the root cause isn't the external world. It's how we interpret it. Our reactions to situations, people, and events are within our control, and that's where the power lies. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn how Stoicism equips us with the tools to maintain emotional control, no matter the situation. Whether it's a rude comment, a disrespectful action, or just a person who always seems to get under your skin, this ancient philosophy has the answers you need. Number 1. Understanding what you can control. The first step to never getting angry is to understand what's in your control. The Stoics believed that life consists of things we can control and things we cannot. The key is learning to differentiate between the two. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This means that you can control how you respond to someone's actions, but you cannot control those actions themselves. Let that sink in for a moment. When someone insults you, raises their voice at you, or behaves in a way that bothers you, it's important to remember, their actions are not a reflection of you, they are simply a reflection of them. By focusing on your response, you take away the power from others to dictate your emotional state. Instead of reacting with anger or frustration, pause and ask yourself, what is it that I can control right now? This shift in mindset is the first step to maintaining calm. Number 2, changing your perspective on other people. Another powerful Stoic tool for emotional control is changing how you view other people. We often get angry when we believe that others should behave in a certain way, or when we expect them to treat us a certain way. The Stoics, however, teach that people act according to their nature, experiences, and beliefs. In other words, their behavior has nothing to do with you. It's about them. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, famously said, "We are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens." This is crucial. When you recognize that someone's rudeness or inconsiderate behavior is not a personal attack, you can detach yourself from the need to react. The anger you feel is a result of your belief that things should be different, not the reality of the situation. For instance, when someone cuts you off in traffic, or a colleague criticizes your work unfairly, it's easy to feel anger rise within you. But what if you shifted your perspective and thought, they are acting based on their own circumstances and limitations. I am not responsible for their behavior. This change in thought is incredibly liberating because it allows you to feel less connected to the behavior of others and therefore less affected by it. Number 3, cultivating inner peace through practice. The Stoics didn't just believe in passive acceptance of life's challenges. They believed in actively training the mind to remain calm no matter what happens. This requires practice. Stoicism teaches us that we must intentionally expose ourselves to situations that challenge our emotional responses. Think about it. If you want to build physical strength, you go to the gym and push your limits. Similarly, if you want to strengthen your emotional resilience, you have to practice controlling your reactions. This can be as simple as taking deep breaths when someone speaks harshly to you, or pausing before responding in a conversation where you feel triggered. Seneca, one of the most well-known Stoics, advised, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Life will always present opportunities for you to practice emotional control, but it's up to you to see them as opportunities for growth, not threats to your peace. Number 4. Embracing the present moment. Often we become angry or upset because we're dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. We replay old arguments, revisit mistakes, or become anxious about potential outcomes. Thoughts like, "If only they hadn't said that," or "I can't believe I have to deal with this again," only feed our frustration and prevent us from being present in the moment. The Stoics understood that our emotions are often fueled by these past or future thoughts, and the key to overcoming them is to live fully in the present moment, accepting it as it is, without judgment or anticipation. The Stoic practice of mindfulness is all about focusing on the here and now. When we focus on what's happening in the present, we strip away the layers of unnecessary emotions attached to the past and future. We see life as it is, in its raw form, and choose to engage with it on our own terms. By embracing the present moment, we take back control over how we react to life's challenges. We let go of the idea that we must be constantly preparing for or reliving past situations, and instead focus on what is in front of us right now. This doesn't mean ignoring the past or future altogether. It simply means not allowing them to interfere with our peace of mind. The more you practice being mindful in the present, the less power external events or the behavior of others will have over you. You'll find that staying grounded in the moment allows you to handle frustration with more clarity and composure. Number 5. Developing compassion and understanding. One of the most powerful tools in Stoicism for overcoming anger is developing compassion. While it may initially sound counterintuitive, the Stoic way encourages us to see that everyone has their own struggles, limitations, and experiences that shape their actions. Instead of reacting with anger when someone bothers us, we can choose to respond with empathy and understanding. Recognizing that every person has their own set of challenges and frustrations allows you to step outside of your own emotional reactions and see the situation from a broader perspective. People often act out of fear, ignorance, or past trauma, and understanding this can help us feel less personally affected by their behavior. When we shift our focus from judgment to compassion, we remove the emotional charge from the situation, preventing it from escalating. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reminds us that the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. This doesn't mean you should let people walk over you or tolerate bad behavior. It means that your peace of mind is too valuable to be disturbed by someone else's actions. Instead of responding with anger or resentment, try to approach difficult people with patience. Perhaps they are struggling more than you realize, or maybe their words are a reflection of their own pain. By choosing compassion over anger, you not only preserve your inner calm, but you also become a source of peace for others. When you cultivate empathy and understanding, you begin to disempower anger. You no longer react to life's challenges with frustration or irritation. Instead, you respond with grace, knowing that everyone, including yourself, is simply trying to navigate a complicated world. It is through compassion that you can transform frustration into wisdom, allowing you to rise above any situation without losing your peace. The Stoic way of life doesn't mean becoming emotionless. It means gaining control over your emotions and no longer allowing them to control you. When you understand what's in your control, change your perspective on others, and practice remaining calm in difficult situations, you will find yourself no longer bothered by anyone. Remember, anger is a choice. It's a reaction that you have control over. By embracing the Stoic principles of acceptance, mindfulness, and compassion, you will gradually begin to see that nothing and no one can take away your peace unless you allow it. So, the next time someone tries to upset you, pause and remember, you have the power to choose how you respond. Take a deep breath, practice detachment, and let the storm pass without you ever losing your calm.